Francesca Evans from LymeOnline, bringing you up to date with all of this week's top stories from the local area. Lyme Regis Town Council has lost an estimated £300,000 due to the coronavirus pandemic and is now considering money-saving measures in case of a second lockdown. Once considered a rich council with reserves of £1.4 million, these have been depleted in recent months due to the effects of COVID-19 and a major project to resurface the flat roof area above Marine Parade. The council initially predicted that its reserves would stand at just £67,000 by the end of the financial year. This has now risen to at least £375,000 thanks to a busy late summer season, but Town Clerk John Wright has warned that COVID still poses a significant risk to the council and a similar lockdown in spring 2021 could wipe out its finances. The council considered some extreme measures to save money at a virtual meeting this week, including taking out a £650,000 loan or selling assets such as the council offices at Guildhall Cottage, the Cemetery Lodge or the Putting Green in Lister Gardens. You can read extensive coverage of their debate on the LymeOnline website. Work to create a pedestrian crossing in Broad Street will get underway next month. The proposed pedestrian crossing split opinion in Lyme Regis and was eventually given final approval by Dorset Council in January 2019 after months of going back and forth. Lyme Regis Town Council first requested the crossing in 2016 when more than 600 residents signed a petition in favour of the idea. However, concerns were later raised about its proposed location between the Pug and Puffin and Jewels stores, the potential for traffic congestion and the loss of 4 or 5 on-street parking spaces. In 2018, the Town Council formally withdrew its support for the crossing, but Dorset Council eventually gave it the go-ahead. Work will start on October 5th and is expected to take 3 weeks. Lyme Regis lifeboat crew has featured on the popular BBC series Saving Lives at Sea for a second time. RNLI volunteers John Broom, Andy Butterfield, Sebastian Cope and Sam Ellis, the crew's youngest recruit, featured in an episode screened on BBC Two last night. It followed the dramatic rescue of 2 ex-professional sailors who were training for a national championship in August last year when their dinghy capsized in challenging conditions 500 metres south of the harbour wall. The crew were also featured in the last series of Saving Lives at Sea, with footage from the rescue of 2 teenage boys who were swept out to sea from Axmouth Harbour. You can catch up on the latest episode on BBC iPlayer. Lyme Regis Pantomime Society has postponed its 2021 production of Peter Pan until the following year. Members of the society have voted to delay the production, which was due to be held in February, due to the ongoing coronavirus pandemic and social distancing regulations. Instead, the society will concentrate on fundraising over the next year. Chairman Sarah Causley said the decision to postpone was made with great sadness, but she hoped the 2022 production would be bigger and better than ever. And now for sport. Lyme Regis Football Club is fighting a battle against time to get the Davy Fort ready for the first home game of the season. The Seasiders are nearing the end of a 4-year development programme called Project Fortify, costing near on £150,000. The project has been backed by a £100,000 grant from Lyme Regis Town Council, with match funding from the club, which has had to raise £12,500 for every £25,000 given by the council. The first 2 stages of the development saw the provision of a kitchen and the erection of a 63-seat grandstand. In recent weeks, the notoriously wet Davy Fort has seen the installation of new drainage and widening of the pitch by 3 metres. Work is nearing completion on a retaining wall for the extension of the car park and the erection of new roadside fencing. The final phase will be the resurfacing of the car park, which will be carried out in the new year. At the same time, the clubhouse has been redecorated inside and out. The site has been a hive of activity in recent weeks as the club strives to complete all but the car park resurfacing in time for their first home game of the season on October 3rd. The first team and reserves have yet to kick off their Devon and Exeter League fixtures, but Lyme Rovers, competing in the Perry Street League, have got 2 games under their belts. On Saturday, they drew 2-2 against Waytown Hounds after going 2-0 up through goals from Darius Pickering and Steve Beatty. Uplyme's great start to the season came to a halt, losing 3-0 against Forton Rangers on Saturday after missing a hatful of chances. Uplyme reserves also lost 6-2 to Perry Street. Tomorrow, Lyme reserves kick off their season away to Exmouth Spartans in the Devon and Exeter League Division 1. The Rovers are away to South Pleasanton reserves. The first team start their campaign next Saturday away to Beer Albion. And now golf. Congratulations to Scott Love, who has been crowned Lyme Regis Golf Club champion for the 3rd time, but spare a thought for junior Manny Wellman, who played brilliantly over both days of the championship, but took a double bogey on the last hole, so although not his year, there will be many more opportunities in the future. Thanks for watching Lyme Online's video news bulletins. You can stay up to date with all the latest news throughout the week on the Lyme Online website, but in the meantime, stay safe and have a great weekend.